Okay, we're going to start this third week by having you do an exercise that will check whether you actually understood what you were supposed to learn last week. In order to do so, we're going to introduce you to a stick figure named Timmy Two Space, and you're going to use linear transformations to change Timmy into different shapes. This is an activity that was suggested to us by a colleague of ours, Professor Ellen Klein. Okay, so how does this work? Well, let's say that we have a matrix A, and we want to look at how A transforms vectors. One thing we can do is look at a vector, have that as input to the transformation A times X, and that will become some other vector. And then we could look at another vector, and we could see how it transforms. And we could do this for several vectors. But things will become much clearer if we notice that these vectors point to points on a stick figure named Timmy. So the black arrows point to points that make up the little blue figure on the left, and then the red arrows point to this figure that has been transformed, and I guess that is light blue or some color like that. So what we can do is we can say, in order to figure out what the matrix is that transforms these vectors, we can ask the question, how do we transform Timmy from the blue figure into the light blue figure? And we'll call the light blue figure the target. So how are we going to do this? Okay, let's start up Timmy. And all we want to do is execute this box. Ah, there he is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the ghost, because that's the ghost of Timmy's past. That's the previous place where Timmy was. And I'm going to turn on grids because that helps me. And the question now is, how do I transform Timmy into this target right here? And the matrix that's supposed to do the transformation is sitting up here in the top left. So I'm going to try the matrix 1101. And I was right. So clearly I seem to know what transformations do. So when you click Timmy, you do the transformation. When you're ready, you move on to the next target. If you give up, then you surrender, and it tells you what the matrix is in the top left here. And go have some fun with this.